Hi, my name is Trisha Hansen, and I'm going to present to you today on usability testing, a little how-to on digital libraries. For my practicum this past year, I worked with the Mountain West Digital Library, which is part of the Utah Academic Library Consortium, and I helped build a usability testing plan. First off, I did some brainstorming about usability testing in digital libraries and some research. And I found that the Association of College and Research Libraries, or the ACRL Research Planning and Review Committee, reports that digital libraries are amongst the 2010 top 10 trends in academic libraries. They project the demand for digitization of unique library collections will increase and require a larger share of resources. Further, the ACRL states academic library collection growth is driven by patron demand, which will include new resource types. As digital libraries are becoming highly used resources, usability testing becomes a necessary aspect of a digital library. Digital library users have many choices, and therefore digital libraries will want to ensure that its users can easily navigate and access credible resources. So for my digital library usability testing, I decided to use a Think Aloud protocol. And these were some of the aspects of usability testing that I did research on. The navigation, instructional design, and direct links. Another important aspect of usability is the user's ability to navigate with ease and learn new tool functions with efficiency. Buchanan discusses the importance of the user's awareness of their location on the website. He states that disorientation can lead to cognitive overload. He also mentions that the learnability or instructional design of the website's function can be considered a fundamental aspect of usability because the user's ability to learn the system is their first experience. Additionally, the California Digital Library discovered that many users are single-mindedly focused on obtaining actual resources through a direct link. When looking at these issues of usability, does the digital library allow users to easily navigate through partners' resources and quickly learn how to access the actual resource? Another aspect that I did research on was efficiency and effectiveness of a research cycle. The ease of access to full resources is important to researchers. They do not want to work hard to accomplish their information goals. Buchanan notes that usability and the usefulness of a digital library depends on effectiveness and efficiency of the user's experience. It is important that the user is able to accomplish their task goals when acquiring resources in relation to successful completing the task within the reasonable time. Also, usability testing of the California Digital Library revealed that end users wanted a digital resource that supports a search, evaluate, and access cycle. End users wanted to quickly locate a resource, evaluate the source's applicability, and then access the actual resource, or move on by repeating the cycle. If a user is unable to efficiently work within this cycle, they will move on to an entirely new digital resource. The most user-friendly digital libraries will make it easy for users to quickly search for information, evaluate the usefulness, and then select the direct link to the actual resource. And another aspect of usability testing is if you're doing it within an academic institution and you're going to be testing students, you need to consider receiving IRB approval, or the Institutional Repository Board's approval for testing students and such. So here are some task-based tests examples that I came up with. Task 1, and this task was created for the Mountain West Digital Library. You're taking task 1, so you would pull the student in and you would have them sit down at the computer and you would have them perform this task, and you'd ask them to think aloud as they performed the task, and then you would be able to identify where the user was confused by the interface and to make sure they were able to access the information that they needed. And here's another task, and we just created these tasks to help identify what issues students were having in pulling up resources that would help them with their research. And here are the resources, or the references that I used for this project. And you'll find on the World Wide Web that Steve Krug has a lot of really useful information on usability testing, and he has a great YouTube video which you can find. I'll just start it here, where he goes through and walks you through a usability test with an actual person, which is really nice when you're considering doing usability. It's a little nerve-wracking at first because you're not sure how to go about it.
This is the demo test that I recorded to go along with my book, Rocket Surgery Made Easy. The main purpose of this demo is just to show you how simple I think usability testing can and should be. In most ways,
Krug has a lot of great information online and in his book, and here are some other references. And if you liked that YouTube video, you can look that up for YouTube and view that on your own. It's 24 minutes long, but it's very helpful. And so here's a closer look at my references. And just remember, if you're doing usability testing, you want to look at what other digital libraries have done. Remember what's important to the user, like the efficiency and effectiveness of a research cycle, navigation, instructional design, and direct links. And then come up with some tasks to test your site and ask people to just come and perform those tasks and walk you through what they're thinking.